that I got it all here in my life. I want you to know I could be nothing but God. With you, I am everything that is good. You are the wind beneath my wings. You are the wind beneath my wings. Might have appeared to go over the wings. He said, I've got it all here in my heart. You are the wind beneath my wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, but God, I've got it all here in my heart. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, but today I'm changing because your mercy found me. Because you are the wind beneath my wings. Yes, heavenly place. You are the wind beneath my wings. It's your love, it's your grace, it's your mercy. It's more than enough. When I found my way, thank you, Jesus, for leading me to the Father. Because without you, I am nothing, Lord. But God, they say, with you, God, I am everything. I am the apple of your eye. Yes, He said, son, you are the wind beneath my wings. You are the wind beneath my wings. God told me to tell you, He said, you are the wind beneath my wings. Yes, thank you, Lord. You are the wind beneath my wings. Yes, sir. When you breathe on us, feel our bodies. When you touch us, Lord, you led us to where you wanted us to be. And in that moment, God, everything changed. Of who I was, got washed away with mercy. Jesus was your Father. He was a mercy. Give myself, give myself. Give myself to you. Yes, nothing left for me. Only you lives inside me. Yes, Heavenly Father, you are the healer. I decree and declare today, you are the miracle worker. So work inside us and through us, because we want more of you, God. Your presence is an open door. Your presence is an open door. Oh God, we want you like never before. Right now, I know a breakthrough's come. By faith, I see a miracle. My God made me a promise, and He won't stop now, won't stop now, won't stop. stop now. No, he won't stop now. Right now, I see a miracle. By faith, I know a miracle. It's coming, Lord. It's coming, Lord. Coming, Lord. It's coming now. My God made me a promise, and he won't stop now. 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 God, in your presence is an open door. Yes, God. We want you like never before. Holy Spirit, send your fire, Lord. Send your fire. God, we want it all. We want to move mountains for your glory. Sickness must be defeated. Diabetes is defeated. High blood pressure is defeated. In Jesus' name, God said. I believe, 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 I believe in healing to Jesus. Jesus, heal my body and made me new. Heal my body and made me new. My body and he made me new. I want to tell everybody about my Jesus. Yes, Lord. Yes, Jesus. Come on, Lord. Yes, God. Oh, he. Making a way, new things are coming. Making a way, new things are coming. Making a way, new things are coming. Coming my way, 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 coming my way. Jesus, 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 I love Jesus. Yes, Lord. Hear me, God. Jesus. I love you, Jesus. Hear me, God. Jesus. Jesus, I love your Son. Yes, Lord. Thank you, Lord. That's where mercy found me. In the middle of my mess. Yes. For the testimony, I'm telling everybody what God done. Because without him, I'd be nothing. I'd be broke. I'd be coming through. But he's bringing back. He's restoring. He's showing me. He said, you had to lose everything for me to give you everything. I'm going to show you what everything is. Whatever you dream, my dreams are bigger for you. He said, you're my champion like Abraham and Moses were. Yes, Lord. Yes. So be that champion. Let it rise up inside of you. Let it rise up inside of you. Become that champion, that Olympic winner that wins the race. And Jesus said, look at him go. Look at her go. Oh, yeah. He said, if I can just touch his garment, I'll be healed today. It's right there. Touch him. Touch me, Lord. Touch me, Lord. Touch me, Lord. Touch me, Lord. With your touch, your touch is like a torch. Yes. Your touch is like a torch. It burns, it burns. Your touch is like a torch. It filters all good things. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Thank you, Lord. I want to testify to the healing because I've taken diabetic medicine for probably 15 years. And they told me it could be controlled by diet. So I started on a journey to not just lose weight, but to keep it off and level it out as I went. so altogether I probably lost 60 pounds.
Praise God.
And I don't have to take, my,
Insulin anymore.
yeah, I'm taking, you did take
No?
metformin, yeah, that's it. I don't have to take.
You don't take it no more?
No, they told me.
Praise
not-
God.
they told me Stop, stop, don't take it anymore.
Huh,
You
that would be
don't need
fun.
it. It's gonna go the other way now.
Yeah.
Deal.
So then I
Praise
just,
God.
yeah, so praise God, I just thank you and thank you.
Thank you, Jesus.
Amen.
That's a miracle.
Thank you,
Yeah, it was.
Jesus.
Pray
Diabetes.
for it. Pray for it.
I was borderline diabetic about 4 or 5 years ago. I can't remember, 4 years or so ago. I lost 55 pounds in 6 months. And then gradually I put on about 10 or 11.
Yeah.
But I'm on the 5th day of in ketosis, and I've lost a couple pounds, and I'm going down, taking that 10 back down. Amen. Because I just want to be in good shape. Hallelujah. Got to run this race. So we've got to be in shape to do it. Hallelujah. Wow. I'm just thinking, you know, what the Lord has already done here this morning is because we've entered into His rest.
Yes.
The works have been finished since from the foundations of the earth. We're entering into that rest that Jesus provided for us. And where the works are complete and His power is manifest out of that rest, out of that place of total provision. Brother Mike, we can't wait any longer.
Let him up.
Hallelujah. Yep. It's such a delight to have Mike Tate with us this afternoon. Mike's from the Lake Tahoe, Reno region, and artist of the Lord. God just proliferated that gift in him. He's also a prophet of God, entrepreneur, and writer, and well, I don't know what all, but that's enough probably just getting started. Hallelujah. Anyway, God bless, and welcome, Brother Mike Tate.
I don't know how we can do this. I just need a little technical help here.
Okay.
Maybe that other one would be
Open
better.
that one.
The one by the door.
That'd be great. So, technology. Jesus
Just
help.
because it's heavier.
Jesus help my technology.
Want that?
It's, okay, so I just gotta share this while they're setting up. I just realized what this carpet is saying to me,
Oh,
that I'm seated in heavenly places,
Yeah, you are.
above the sun, the moon, the stars.
Amen.
whew,
And
praise God.
when I have my eyes closed and worship the Lord and the angels come in the room, I see purple.
Yeah, royalty.
Anyway, let the carpet prophesy to you.
And the ceiling of the clouds, yeah.
Okay, so, I'm gonna play 2 songs to kind of set the pace here. In this song, hopefully my little speaker will work, I think it'll be fine. In this song, after, what's the guy called that mixes the music for production?
DJ?
Sound,
A mixer?
sound,
Big sound man.
Okay.
Sound man?
When their sound man mixed this recording, they can separate the vocals.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was additional 5 vocals in this song. And they were angels. So just let this saturate you. I think this will all work well. Let's make sure I'm connected with my Bluetooth
Yeah.
and connected, come on, connect. Do you have a microphone? Just go with the
Yeah.
microphone.
Right back, right there.
Okay.
Either one.
Let's go with the microphone. Okay, which one's hot?
Yeah.
Where's my speaker? Down here?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
It's
At the bottom.
generally at the bottom.
Yeah.
yep.
Yep, there it is.
thank you, Lord.
Amen.
What song is that? It's amazing.
It's Jason
Yeah, I
Upton,
figured it was Jason.
and the song is How to Fly. It goes on a lot.
Wow.
Okay, let's get this thing going here. I would love to eat buffet, but when you get full here, it's really tough. It's really tough to eat. So I'm fine with that. I've missed a lot of meals. So, this organization was built on testimonies to inspire people. So, I'm gonna do my best to cut this thing down. May 1st was my birthday. Turned 61. Waiting on the Lord. Holy Spirit came to me and said, God will send you buyers to purchase. Is this good?
Yeah.
God will send you buyers to purchase your creative work as you have watched him do to date. Creative work will be your pleasure, not your job. I will use your work to bring you into prominent places and stages. The love of your work you do will garner a supernatural wage that will send you around the world. You are energized and missionized to go to the nations. Now, there's a prophecy on this, so if you want to own any of this, just own it. Okay?
Yeah.
It's open.
Amen.
You'll go to the nations because I've supernaturally provided.
Yeah.
Your art will be a resource to take you where I have called you. Art is your passion, however, the nations are your calling.
Yeah.
I put you in a season of separation to prepare you for greater separation.
Amen. Amen.
I put you in a season to separate you
Right.
for greater separation.
Good.
I've been almost 12 months now away from my home,
Yep.
in seclusion,
Yep.
waiting on the Lord, worshiping, painting, prophesying. Let the religious people and the influencers from your life and past go. They never desired to carry you into your future.
That's for sure.
Your new priority is to sit and wait on my counsel and then administrate what you hear and what you see.
Amen.
I am moving swiftly on your natural and your supernatural gifting. You will experience way beyond your human potential in both creativity and influence.
Amen.
I am removing you from weak influencers
Yeah.
and leaders
That's good.
to those who move nations.
Yeah.
My nation's influencers are hidden from the religious culture.
Yeah. For sure.
You will surround yourself with like-minded and like-hearted people in this season,
Yeah.
and they will replace the vacancy of those you have left,
This is true.
those I have removed, to bring you solace and serenity in the season that I've called you to.
Amen.
This is a Kairos moment, and it's an Issachar anointing of wisdom.
Yeah.
You will know the times and the seasons in detail. You will start to see scripts and manuscripts from heaven. No one will understand you, so move on from that notion.
Amen.
You are called to serve me and not the world.
Yeah.
I have overcome the world.
Amen.
I've called you, not the world. Behold, I am the gatekeeper. I am the only gatekeeper. I will open doors which I need you to pass through, and no man will keep you from not passing through these doors.
Mhm.
Enemies will become like a vapor in your midst.
Yeah.
I will provide for every mission. You won't strive to provide for my missions.
Amen.
Your life from today on is missional. I'm going to send you with mandates and strategies and wisdom for the nations.
Amen.
You're going to start living from heaven from now on. Separate yourself from earthly realities today.
Hallelujah.
Separate yourself from earthly influence. I, the Lord, am the host of the angel armies, and I will have them protect you and provide for you.
Yep.
Now is the time, now is the time, now is the time.
Amen. Amen.
The words I give you will shake and shake nations. No longer your words, but my words. Don't discount the timing you are in. I am giving you a voice and a platform to reach the nations. Holy Spirit.
Praise God.
Oh boy. So, I'm about to ready to run around the parking lot. So I want to talk about shifting. I want to talk about the clash. I want to talk about the spirit of religion, the spirit of witchcraft. So I get this call to be separated. My wife and I, we visit 1 weekend a month. I come back to Sacramento. We go out on dates, have movies, and all that fun stuff. And the grace of God is on her. She's taking care of her father, plus a full-time job with the state of California. He has dementia. And the Holy Spirit told me, it's your time to leave. I had to literally shut down my brand new studio and gallery, 4,500 square feet of bliss. I had just furnished the gallery portion. But when the Holy Spirit calls you, you have to go.
Yeah.
When he calls you, you have to go. 5 weeks ago, I was called to go to England to prophesy over 300 leaders from all around the world. Believers. The next night I went to the meeting. It was a dinner meeting, kind of like this. I suited up with my suit and tie. I walk into the meeting and the Holy Spirit says, no, you're done. You're done here. Go. I walked out, went to my room, took my suit off, put my sweats on, went and sat in the coffee shop. While I'm sitting in the coffee shop, a professor calls me from Wales. He graduated from Cardiff University. He said, I got to meet with you. I said, really? I said, well, if you come this way, I'll buy you breakfast in the morning. I said, okay, I'll be there in the morning. What I didn't know is the Holy Spirit told him that he had to meet with me. He traveled 5 hours on a bus. Sometimes, you know, we really have to listen to the Holy Spirit in the sense that sometimes he's telling us, okay, you're done here. I've got this over here for you.
Right.
I've got to move you into a new season.
Amen. Amen.
So we got to be flexible. We got to be filled with faith. We got to be willing to take risks, no matter what anybody else thinks.
Yeah.
So this professor from Cardiff, he said, I've been watching you on Facebook for years. I want to get you an ambassadorial visa. I want you speaking in universities in Europe, Asia, and Africa. And then he says, when you're done with that, he said, my ambassador friend from the United Kingdom, he has invited you to be a part of this big celebration and conference back in London in August. He said it'll be about 1,000 people. It will be kings and queens and magistrates
Wow.
and professors
Yeah.
and ambassadors.
Praise God.
Amen.
I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Don't worry about it.
I ain't responsible anymore.
No,
No, that's right.
he's got it.
So this 11 months of planting myself in a region on the shores of Lake Tahoe
Amen.
at a real high price, so I thought. God wanted my attention.
Yeah. He gave you that.
I got married young. I got married at 20. My wife was 18. We were still growing up.
Sure.
I realized that my identity in this life was wrapped around my marriage. But it was not wrapped around my call. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was helping out on this conference center with the restoration projects. I donated my time. Holy Spirit said, don't take any money. You're going to be walking the land, you're going to be possessing the land. He had me go throw salt into Lake Tahoe with a witness.
Yep.
He said, by this time tomorrow, the weather's going to change dramatically so that you will know that you obeyed me.
Amen.
You heard me and you obeyed me. So I get back to the cabin and I go into a whole ecstatic night in the Holy Spirit. I don't know where I went. I don't know who I met. But it wrecked me.
Amen.
I got up in the morning to come back to Sacramento. A big storm was passing. Remember, the weather would change dramatically.
Yep.
Whitecaps on the water. I said, Holy Spirit, do I take Highway 50? Or do I take Carson Pass? And I could see the storm just going over black clouds.
Yeah.
And it was right over Highway 50, and Holy Spirit says Carson City.
Amen.
Fresh snow, bright, crisp sunrise, and the glory of the Lord.
Amen.
It was so thick over the earth, over the mountains,
Wow.
over the meadows.
Sounds beautiful.
It's a 2-hour drive if you're normal. Took me 9 hours.
Wow.
Yep.
I had to keep pulling my car off the road and laying in the dirt, laying in the snow.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
It was so powerful. So I said to Holy Spirit, why did I throw salt into the lake? And he said, because I'm breaking the spirit of witchcraft over this region.
Amen. Amen.
Hallelujah.
There's an ancient portal
Yep.
over Black Rock Desert
Yep.
that is allowing the New Agers,
Yep.
the Burning Man people,
Right.
to defile the land for 1 week every year, 70,000 people.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
If I could get 70,000 kingdom-minded believers into Tahoe, Truckee, and Reno,
Yep.
it'll all change.
Wow.
That spirit of gambling, the spirit of prostitution,